Hello and good morning, good afternoon. This video is to explain what the summative portion of your Mousetrap car will be. This is where the summative grade is going to come from. So you're basically going to create a scientific abstract presentation, okay? What you see on this main assignment page is you see some directions. It says complete scientific abstract on claim from Mousetrap car. Utilize Rubric to ensure all components are complete. Here is the teacher example. Okay, and I have an example presentation of my project. So I have a creative title, Mousetrap Escape Car. Yours should be different than mine. I restated my question, how the design of a mousetrap car affected its motion. And I restated my claim. A longer lever will increase the distance the car travels. On the next slide, I have my abstract statement or my reasoning. This is also the reasoning. The purpose of this project is to test how the design of a mousetrap car will affect its motion. A longer lever should increase the distance the car will travel. I built a car with a mass of 126 grams and a total length, including the lever, of 48.3 centimeters. Using a car with a short, light base and a long lever, the car did not initially move the way it was intended to. And I go on to explain what happened with my car, other things that I did to it, and then I compare it to the second set of data. This caused, after official testing, the car reached a maximum distance of 9 meters. Another car with a total length of 30 centimeters, almost a 20 centimeter difference, and a mass of 122.5 only reached a maximum distance of 4 meters. Then my conclusion, therefore the car with the longer lever traveled a further distance. So I include all those components in my abstract, my purpose, my claim. I use my data or my evidence. It's essentially the same thing. I use my evidence from the data I collected as far as mass, length of my car, and the distance traveled. I used all of that information to support my claim. And then on the last slide, last two slides, you're going to put your data tables. So here's the evidence data table 1 for my long lever car, and then evidence data table 2 for the short lever car. So you're going to do essentially the same thing as me, just in your own words. Here is the rubric. So you need to have good formatting. It needs to be titled, have claim, evidence, reasoning sections. So my claim is here, my reasoning is my abstract, and my evidence is my data table. So I have all of those components. So I got 20 points for that section. The next section is over your claim specifically. Your claim needs to be in a sentence. It needs to be able to be measured. So for mine, a longer lever will increase the distance the car travels. I know the length of the lever and I know how far my car traveled. Both of those aspects have been measured. And that you're only measuring one variable, and that means you're not measuring the length of your lever and the mass, or the length of the wet lever and the size of your wheels. You just need to pick one and focus on that. A longer lever will increase the distance the car travels. So I'm only measuring the length of the lever. I'm only focusing on how the length of the lever affects the car. On the next section for your evidence, you just need to include your data table. So they need to have numbers. You're going to have 2 sets of data. So here's data 1 from my first car. Notice I included all my measurements and then my trial runs. And I did the same for the second set of data over car 2. Okay? So for you guys, this would be your data or the data that was provided to you. And then this will be the teacher data. It'll be that second set of data at the bottom of your data sheet. And last but not least, your reasoning, which is your abstract, this portion. It needs to be about 2 paragraphs. And within those 2 paragraphs, you are indicating whether your claim was correct or incorrect. You're using data to support that, and you're explaining your design process and how your data supports your claim. So I did all of those things. My claim, a longer lever should increase the distance, is there. I used data like my mass and total length, and I used data from the other car like mass, total length, and distance traveled to compare. I explained briefly explained my design process: short, light base, long lever, added electrical tape for traction, and then I have a conclusion. Therefore, the car with the longer lever traveled a further distance. That's basically stating that my claim was correct. You can do this on paper. I also attached a template, a digital template that you can use, but how neat it is and the color and how organized, making sure that you use your titles and your grammar is correct as far as capitalization, that will be the last portion of your grade. So I have my title, question is capitalized, and there's my question, claims capitalized, there's that. My abstracts titled, and my evidence tables are titled. So I have all of those requirements. So I would say that my example is an A. Okay. If you have any questions about how to complete this assignment or certain details, please just get on my Zoom and ask me, or send me a message, and I will respond to you as quickly as possible. Last thing I want to add is I just copied and pasted these data tables from my data sheet, and it was very easy. I just had to reformat, like resize them so that they fit properly on the page, and that follows under the neatness portion. All right, good luck. This is a test grade, so give me your best. It'll be due Wednesday, December 16th.